Look around you. What do you see? People rushing to jobs they hate, scrolling mindlessly on phones, living for weekends, only to repeat the cycle on Monday. This isn't just some people, it's the vast majority. Since birth, we have been conditioned to work for everyone but ourselves. While they taught us our ABCs, they secretly encoded a deeper message. Your purpose is to build their dreams, not your own. School trained you to complete assignments you didn't care about, to prepare for a life you don't actually care about. And now, most people are trapped in jobs they secretly despise, convincing themselves they are happy while their eyes tell a different story. The average person is trapped in a dense cloud of responsibilities. Their time, energy, and money, resources that could change their life, are exhausted like clockwork, leaving them no choice but to remain a useful worker as society intended. Think about this. If you hate your work, which makes up 1/3 of your life, and it drains your energy to enjoy the other third, and you are asleep for the final third, isn't creating a different path the absolute highest priority? The prison you don't realize you are in. Most people are stuck in survival mode. Their days look like this. Wake up to an alarm they hate, rush through a morning routine they don't enjoy, commit to a job that doesn't fulfill them, work for a boss who doesn't appreciate them, eat convenient foods because there's no time, skip good habits because there's no energy left, collapse on the couch and numb themselves with entertainment. Repeat for decades. This cycle creates a devastating psychological pattern. When you're working too long, you crave rest. When you are resting too long, you crave work. You are never present, always wishing you were somewhere else. Most people dream of retirement, that perpetual vacation we are taught to strive for. But once you achieve that delusion, it normalizes within weeks. You'll find yourself unsatisfied with how much you have and how little you are. You're not meant to live like this, and deep down, you know it. That's why you feel that subtle dissatisfaction, that quiet voice saying there must be more than this. Why your personal brand is your escape route. Your personal brand isn't just some marketing term. It's the very essence of who you are and the unique value you bring to the world. It's an absolute necessity in today's world. Your personal brand is the intangible asset that sets you apart and opens door you never thought possible. It's what helps you stand out in a sea of competitors and build genuine trust with your audience. Think about the most successful people you admire. They're not just known for what they do, but for who they are as individuals. Their values, expertise, and unique perspectives are instantly recognizable. In today's saturated market, standing out is more challenging than ever. Your personal brand is what sets you apart. It's not just about what you offer, but how you offer it and why. The crucial thing most people miss: your personal brand acts like a magnet, attracting opportunities to you rather than you having to chase them. When you're known for your expertise and unique perspective, people come to you. The 3 levels of work and why most people never evolve to. Understand why building your personal brand matters so much. You need to understand the 3 levels of work. A job is unpleasant work you do for someone else purely for money. It's a survival mechanism, nothing more. Most people are stuck here their entire lives, trading time for money, building someone else's dream rather than their own. A career demands you pursue a hierarchy of challenging roles. With each level, life becomes more complex and interesting. New paths for knowledge and skill acquisition appear. This is where maybe 15 to 20% of people end up. A calling is work you can't pull yourself away from and others can't help but pay you for. A calling can't be assigned to you. Your mind is always working on it. A calling is found when improvement turns into obsession. This is where perhaps only 1 to 2% of people ever arrive. Jobs are great for young people who don't know what they want or simply need to survive. Careers are great for those who want a bit more satisfaction in life. But a calling is for those who know they are meant for more. The power of finding problems worth solving. Work is energy invested in solving a problem. Humans love to solve problems, but not just any problem. Problems we deem meaningful and interesting. The right problems narrow our attention and allow us to forget our worries. The wrong problems enslave our attention and amplify our worries. The difference between the two is that one is chosen and the other is assigned. Your purpose is the inception of your suffering, and you have the option to choose what you suffer for. In a society that turns us against our problem-solving nature, it makes sense to create work that doesn't feel like work, no matter how difficult the task. The pursuit of money almost always start as superficial. That doesn't mean it's bad. It may be the only way to expose yourself to the depth of life. You can't start digging anywhere else but the surface. Like lifting weights, you start for the vanity, stay for the therapy, and cultivate a philosophical sense of mastery behind the pursuit. At the start, you create to make money. In the end, you make money to create. How to get ahead of 99% of people in 6 to 12 months. If you want to get ahead of 99% of people in the next 6 to 12 months, become brutally aware of two things. What you absolutely don't want in life. Where you end up if you keep doing what you're doing now. First, create your anti-vision. Take 30 minutes with a notebook and become a mad scientist. Write down every single thing you do not want in this life. What you do not want to look like, what you do not want your future to be, what you do not want your day to look like. Be brutally honest. You should feel uncomfortable as you write. From that discomfort, your true vision becomes clearer. It's often just the opposite of your anti-vision. That's what entropy does. It's a supreme law of the universe. If you do not create order for your life, you will decline into chaos. So, in that same notebook, plan out your escape. Create a strategy for exactly what you're going to do on a day-to-day basis. Get extremely specific. Create the order so you do not become a victim of entropy. Next, disappear from the things that don't belong in your life. Cut them out ruthlessly. People, games, apps, or bad habits. Break your addiction to feeling mediocre. Direct that mental energy into your vision for the future. You have created a system that will prevent entropy in your life. To maintain that system, you need energy. In this case, mental energy to actualize that vision. The secret to lasting change, the boring fundamentals. Here's where most people fail. They get excited about change, make big plans, then abandon them when they realize the path isn't glamorous. It's made up of what I call the boring fundamentals. Make a habit of these fundamentals, but realize they're not actually boring. Most successful people take the same repetitive actions daily. They are logging on and repeating the same thing over and over to slowly level up over time. It's mastery over misery. It's like how sushi chefs take years to perfect just the preparation of rice. It comes in stages, like a tennis player first learning how to hold the racket correctly. Don't ask, when will I see results? You're going to get an answer that you do not want to hear. It takes years. It takes an entire lifetime of trial and error. Get comfortable with that thought. Building a personal brand. The practical steps. Here's how to start building your personal brand. Define your unique value proposition. What makes you unique? What problems can you solve better than anyone else? Know your audience. Understand who you're trying to reach. What are their pain points? Craft your story. Your personal brand is essentially your story. Make it authentic and relatable. Consistency is key. Ensure your brand message is consistent across all platforms and interactions. Showcase your expertise. Share your knowledge generously. The more you share, the stronger your brand becomes. Be authentic. Your personal brand should be a true reflection of who you are. Authenticity builds trust. Building a personal brand is about strategically and authentically communicating your value to the world. It's about letting your unique light shine. Your hidden advantage over the masses. Most people reject meaningful pursuits because they can't see beyond the surface. They bounce around, distracted by anything that helps them forget their pain. But all pursuit starts as materialistic until a philosophical sense of mastery is formed. Then they become your vehicle into the unknown, a vessel to expand and evolve. Your personal brand is this vessel. It's the story you tell the world about who you are and what you stand for. It's your most valuable asset, the origin story of every successful person. This entire process, realizing what you don't want, creating a strategy and launching yourself in the opposite direction, prioritizing long-term success and mastery is the origin story of every successful person. They all reached a point where they became brutally aware of what they didn't want. They all created an anti-vision that scared them so much that they had no choice but to change. They all disappeared from what was holding them back and embraced the boring fundamentals that eventually made them extraordinary. The next step, your decision point. You're at a decision point. You can either continue on the same path, doing the same things and getting the same results, slowly drifting towards your anti-vision, or you can flip the switch inside of you, build a foundation that will carry you into the life you want. Take this message seriously. Your time is running out. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to break free. Look at your life right now. Is this really where you want to be a year from now? 5 years from now? The masses are heading toward mediocrity, but you don't have to join them. Start today, create your anti-vision, build your personal brand, embrace the fundamentals, choose what you suffer for. Your life is waiting. The question is, are you ready to claim it? If this video helped or inspired you in some type of way, and you want to get started building your personal brand, you can check out my personal branding mastery guide. Check out the link down below. Like and subscribe, and see you soon.